Hello everyone, my name is Nallard Sigimuza. In this video, I am going to show you the digital input and output switch with LED in which it has 3 exercises. But first, let us search the Arduino IDE app and open it. Let us now go to the first one. In exercise 1, you need to use the breadboard and the Arduino to connect the circuit and type and run the code provided for the Arduino IDE. So here, I have typed the code in which it has integer LED00 in which as in low. There is also void setup wherein it has pin mode 13 or output, and 2 is an input in which it tells us that the input is connected in the digital 2 pin of the Arduino and the output is connected in digital pin 13. Another one is the void loop function in which it shows that the LED00 is high. The digital pin 13 will also become the high turning on the LED. If it is not, then the pin 13 is low. After that, we are done with the code. Let us now verify it, and if no errors, upload it to the Arduino. So now in its output, if we press the takt switch, the LED will turn on and it will turn off if we are not pressing it. Let us now go to the second exercise, in which here we will create a program code that when switch 1 is being pressed, LED 1 will turn on. When switch 2 is being pressed, the LED 2 will turn on, and when both are pressed, both LEDs will be off. So here I have typed the code in which it has integer LED pin 1 and 2, in which these are the LEDs that are connected to the digital pin 4 and 5 of the Arduino. It has integer button pin 1 and 2, in which these are takt switch connected to the pin 2 and 3. And there are also button state 1 and 2, which is in low. There is also the first function to be executed, which is void setup, in which has pin mode 4 and 5 as an output where the LEDs are connected, and pin mode 2 and 3 as input where takt switch are connected. The next function is the void loop, in which it shows that if first takt switch is being pressed while the second is not, the LED connected to the pin 4 will turn on, while one connected to the pin 5 still is off. But if the first switch wasn't now pressed, the LED that has turned on will be now is in off state. So next, if the first takt switch is not pressed while the second is being pressed, the LED connecting to the pin 5 will turn on, while one connected to the pin 4 still is off. But if the second switch wasn't now pressed, the LED was turned on and will be now in its off state. Lastly is when both switch is being pressed, the both LEDs will be in its off states. So here, when we press the first switch, the first LED will only turn on, and when we press the second switch, the second LED will turn on. But if we press both, the LEDs will not turn on. Now, let us go to the final exercise, in which you will create program code that when switch 1 is being pressed, the LED 1 will turn on. When the switch 2 is being pressed, LED 2 will turn on. And when both switches are being pressed, the LED 3 will be turned on. So here, I have typed the code in which it has integer LED pin 1, 2, and 3, in which these are the LEDs that are connected to the digital pin 4, 5, and 6 of the Arduino. It also has integer button pin 1 and 2, in which these are the takt switches connected to the digital pin 2 and 3. There are also button 1 and 2, which is in low. There are also first function to be executed, which is the void setup, in which it has pin mode 4, 5, and 6. As an output where LEDs are connected in pin mode 2 and 3, as an input where the takt switches are connected. The next function is the void loop, in which it shows the first takt switch is being pressed while the second is not. The LED connected to the pin 4 will turn on, while the one connected to the pin 5, 6 is still off. But the first switch wasn't now pressed, the LED is turned on and will be now in off states. So if the same press continue, if the next and lastly is when the both switches are being pressed, the LEDs connected are pin 4 and 5 is off, but the LED connected to digital pin 6 will turn on. And if both switches were not pressed, the LED will not turn on and will be also in off states. So next, if the first takt switch is not pressed while the second is being pressed, the LED connected to the pin 5 will turn on, while the one connected to the pin 4 and 6 still off. But if the second switch wasn't now pressed, the LED was turned on and will be now its off states. Lastly, if the both switches is being pressed, the LEDs connected to the digital pin 4 and 5 is off, but the LED connected to the digital pin 6 will turn on. And if both switches were not pressed, the LED that's turned on will be also in its off states. After that we are done with the code, let us verify and upload it to the Arduino. So here, when we press the first switch will only turn on, and when we press the second switch, the second LED will turn on. And if we press both, the third LED will turn on, or the blue. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.